Welcome to another season. Welcome to another episode of TheFalse9Podcast. This is our predictions for the upcoming season. Cheers.
So I think top four upon सबका top four will be quite similar. I feel because I see uh, Man City, and I'm not saying who the order right now, but I see Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Chelsea finishing in the top four positions. उसमें से if you say first कौन आएगा, I don't know, man. I feel like this could be City's comeback here, and yeah, because I think लिवरपूल के पास उतना डेप्थ नहीं है. I know they have made very good signings, but मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है couple of injuries and their season could really tumble. And also लिवरपूल fans ये time Champions League में expect कर रहे हैं कि वो लोग better perform करेंगे. They are looking at winning the Champions League, and if that remains the priority, then obviously league performance may get impacted. So I would say City win the league, and between Arsenal and Liverpool, someone is finishing second. Arsenal finishing second for 4 years in a row will be crazy. So, ठीक है, I'll spare Arsenal fans that, and I'll say that Liverpool will finish probably second, and third would be Arsenal, and fourth would be Chelsea, who I think are a very solid squad. And I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal and Chelsea मेरे prediction में swap हो जाएंगे. I think those they are that close.
If you ask me, I think quickly, in not particular order, I will say City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal. It's going to be the same. I think winner will be difficult, but looking at the signing so far, I think it could be Arsenal's year. It could be Arsenal's year. I have said this in the live of our previous debate that they have made sure that the depth and the quality signings are happening and
Yeah.
they are signing. So they are on the right trajectory. I think Arsenal should win this year. This is Arsenal's year.
I think it's going to be the same top four for me as well, but I think order में थोड़ा difference है. Pehla though may be predictable in that sense that I feel City will come back a bit stronger. तो मेरे को लग रहा है कि City will be first. And but for sure, I am expecting at least a closer title race than last season,
Okay.
of course. Okay, let me make this a bit wild. Okay, second Liverpool,
Hmm.
third Chelsea, fourth United, fifth Arsenal.
Whoa, whoa,
Let's
whoa, whoa.
You
go.
heard that right. You heard it first here.
Wow,
We
wow,
we had a
wow.
On
separate
this
section for
podcast.
hot take, but ये तो पहले ही
Yes.
हो गया. Yeah, and I think the rest of the European places when we are talking about Europa and conference, and again because अभी decided नहीं है कि how many will actually go to Europa versus conference, so we'll just take three teams here and the next three basically, which I feel in no particular order will be Manchester United, Newcastle United, and Tottenham Hotspurs.
Wow, okay.
आई थिंक इनमें से यूनाइटेड का लाइक्लीहुड सबसे ज्यादा है सबसे नीचे आने का ये लिस्ट में. सो being conservative, but again I'll save my more radical opinion for the hot take.
I think I have similar answers. Maybe I'll change one or two teams. United, I have to take United's name. Looking at the signings and all, when they are going to play one game a week, I think they should be able to finish in that top
Yeah.
European places, and they should ideally. Second would be Tottenham, and the third team would be. I think it's difficult to say Newcastle, but I will still say Newcastle because
Yeah.
Newcastle has a very good squad and they usually play good in the second half of the season.
Okay, I think for me, मतलब अगर United fifth आया तो or Arsenal fifth आया rather. But yeah, I think realistically speaking, of course, maybe it's again going to be similar. I don't think it's going to be Newcastle. I'm not sure कौन होगा और I think it's going to be a completely different team, which I cannot predict as of now. But I'm pretty sure Newcastle will be out of the top seven at least. Maybe Conference League, I'm not sure. But yeah, like at least वो out होंगे because again they have Champions League, so I'm not sure whether
Hmm.
if that's going to affect their run or not. So yeah,
Yeah. If I give you three options जो तुझे लग रहा है जो that last team that you think it could be,
yeah.
let's say between Fulham, Crystal Palace and West Ham United, who do you think of these three? चल Aston Villa भी ऐड कर ले उसमें.
आई डोंट
डू
थिंक
यू
विला
थिंक
कर पाएगा इस बार।
विला नहीं लग रहा है
नहीं
तुझे?
विला
नहीं
नहीं लग
नहीं
रहा
नहीं
है
लग
मुझे।
रहा, नहीं लग रहा,
हाँ।
ये तीन में से कोई
आई
लग रहा है?
नहीं लग रहा,
uh,
नहीं लग रहा, because
मे बी
Crystal Palace will lose their best players by the end of the window, by the looks of it.
Likely by the looks of it, yeah.
आई थिंक इट इज सेफ टू से probably वेस्ट हैम बिकॉज उनका भी थोड़ा
Hmm.
फ्रीड अप है स्पेस, बट या आई प्योरली बिकॉज दे हैव लाइक less congested fixture and
Yeah.
they will probably perform better than Fulham, so on that basis.
Relegation, obviously, हाँ, last few years this has been the trend के जो तीन टीम ऊपर आती है वही तीन टीम मोस्टली नीचे चली जाती है. And like we've seen many people sort of talk about कि वो गैप बढ़ते जा रहा है, where जो ऑलरेडी प्रीमियर लीग में है वो जा नहीं रहा है प्रीमियर लीग से. And I think this time also it looks very shaky. I think Wolverhampton Wanderers are going down. I think they survived last season because of whatever Cunha and whatever their team could pull off towards the end of the season. But now that they've lost Cunha, that is a major sort of hole of goals in their squad. Wolverhampton Wanderers, I would say, would go down. I will say that Burnley and Leeds would be the other two to go down most likely. But I'll also throw one sort of curveball in there. I think Brentford might be there in the relegation battle because Brentford have lost one player to Arsenal. They've lost their best goal scorer to United. They could still lose Wissa, which is their other good goal scorer. They've already offloaded this guy, the striker, Ivan Toney, last season. And they lost their manager, who was a major sort of glue for the whole club. उन लोग का टैलेंट आईडी वो सब तो अच्छा है, बट आई फील लाइक लूजिंग सो मेनी प्लेयर्स एंड ऑल्सो योर मैनेजर एट द सेम टाइम इन द सेम सीजन. आई थिंक वो लोग रेलेगेशन बैटल में रहेंगे.
I think I have three simple answers. मेरे को ifs and buts and वो वाला situation में I don't wanna jinx it. But Leeds, Brentford, and Wolves, because the capability wise and the experience wise and the squad depth wise, I think they lack the
Yeah.
opportunity to stay up.
I think Leeds will be the only team from the promotion that's going to survive. I think Baki do jayenge, and the third one probably either again. I think you've made a strong case for Brentford, but Brentford or Wolverhampton.
I think my hot take for the season is that United will be in and around the title challenge. I think we have enough in us to push for a title challenge at least till February. I think we can पुश इट टिल फरवरी, मे बी फॉल्टर आफ्टर दैट, क्योंकि देख जनवरी से एफए कप मैचेस स्टार्ट हो जाएंगे. आई थिंक देन वी माइट स्टार्ट टू स्ट्रगल, बट आई थिंक जनवरी तक वी प्रिटी मच हैव नो just single week football, and now we have a very, I'm comfortable with the squad. It is strong, at least attacking wise. We have lots of goals in the team. I think we can make a push at least till January. I wouldn't like go too far and say कि
सुनो
हम लोग
सुनो
ऐसा
सुन सुन सुन
आ
तुझे
जाएंगे.
याद है ना लास्ट टाइम ऐसे ही ऑप्टिमिज्म के बाद मैंने बोला था कि ऐसे लग रहा है कि टेन हाग ही सैकना हो जाए. ठीक है.
हो
ये
गया था,
सेम
यस.
ऑप्टिमिज्म था भाई.
But this
ओके
is a
तो
hot
अब
take, so
एमरेल्स में
like
सैक मत करा
I'm
भाई.
allowed this. I'm allowed to do this. This is a
Fair
hot
enough,
take.
fair enough, fair enough.
ठीक है.
My hottest take would be last year वाला तो my no one can top that last year का. But मेरा hot take चल. I think Maresca will be sacked in the like high profile managers का race. He will be the first one to get the sack. I think. पता नहीं क्यों. Just a feeling. Knowing Chelsea, they might do something.
Yeah.
मुझे लग रहा है इस सीजन आर्टेटा विल गेट सैक्ड. I don't know why. I'm just having
Oh
this
wow
feeling.
wow wow.
Ooh.
नहीं हो रहा, नहीं हो रहा, नहीं
But
हो
I
रहा.
think
Arteta.
he's living. I don't know. मतलब it just feels like he's living on borrowed time.
Hmm.
Nah, nah.
But
I
यार
mean, ठीक
borrowed
है.
time
Hot take.
manager को like
Hot take.
they've, yeah, fair enough. I'm just saying that they backed him in the transfer window, so I don't think so.
For sure.
That's a manager who's living on
Yeah.
borrowed time.
Right
But yeah,
now,
I would
मेरा
say season end में हो सकता है, no doubt. I am on your boat. I think in terms of teams which could spring a surprise, um, I will say Everton because I think David Moyes good manager. I respect him. New stadium. There is momentum in Everton right now. I also feel Jack Grealish could have a good season because David Moyes थोड़ा वैसा manager है कि he knows a little bit of that man management side well as well, because he comes from that generation when man management was more prominent. So I feel he can get better things out of Jack Grealish than Pep Guardiola was able to get. And that's why I feel like by Everton will be one to watch for me.
I think same. Even I was going to say Everton, and you couldn't have
मेरा
said
भी
it
सेम ही
better.
था. Other teams are either like थोड़ा वो या तो खोखले हो गए हैं या तो
Hmm.
एकदम ही वीक हो गए. So
Hmm.
when I'm looking at that, जैसे Brentford है, I don't think Crystal Palace will probably make it to that way. West Ham maybe not. Aston
Yeah.
Villa are not there. Everton is the reason I was thinking of Everton is because Everton have not had that great season, last year. But so they have that, and given that I like you were mentioning के नया stadium है and all that stuff. So I think they are looking for a fresh start, and probably that
Hmm.
is what will give them that kick for the season. So let's see where they end up.
पैलेस आई थिंक उनको थोड़ा सा अभी ट्रॉफी का चस्का लग गया है. तो आई थिंक दे विल compete for conference league because they've proven to be a good cup side. I think they will try and see if they can win the conference league. Forget about the league as long as relegate नहीं हो रहे हैं.
Yeah, yeah. Another surprising team for me, like, would be Newcastle. It will be very difficult to, play without a striker. If they
Hmm.
manage to get a striker, then there's a different conversation altogether. But they are the team to look at. Either they are going or it's
Yeah, there are a
वो
lot of rumors that the Saudi might be like just done with investing more money in
wow,
Newcastle. So
wow.
yeah,
Should
things
have
don't
said,
look
should
great for
have
them.
taken Eddie Howe's name for the sack race. Yeah, I mean, it's a very well
हाँ.
It's a
possibility, man.
good likelihood. Yeah, they've lost players. They've lost their star man pretty much now. Speaking of star man, top scorer, who do you think?
Mom,
Shosko.
Mohammad Salah, Mohammad
Mosala.
Salah,
नहीं मजाक कर रहा हूँ.
Good
for
shout.
sure,
Good shout.
for sure, for sure.
I think
Otherwise, that
Haaland will be
alien,
strong this year.
alien, yeah.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I also think Haaland will make a comeback, proper comeback this season.
okay, guys, that's it. That was our crazy prediction video, and let us know who will win the Premier League and your top four and etc. etc. We'll see you on the next one very soon. Meanwhile, if you are coming here for the first time, please subscribe to the channel, share with your friends, and hit on that bell notification icon because this season is going to be it. Thank you.